Hi everybody, welcome to a new episode of AV Insights and Advice. We are live in Las Vegas. Myself and Dave Selvey. And Dave Selvey is a creative director for Clarity on many of our shows. And today we want to take just a few minutes and chat a little bit about what that looks like and what that means. So welcome, Dave Selvey.
Thank you so much for having me
here.
Hey, anything for Clarity is a good day for me. So I'm glad to be here at the ARIA. I can't be complaining about anything.
Creative director.
Yes.
For live events.
Yes.
We're gonna get down to the details. This is high level.
High level. Okay.
What do you do?
I think the creative director, to put it in a nutshell, the creative director is someone who tries to be a partner for all parties while maintaining and protecting and pushing the overall vision of the meeting or event. That's how I would say it in a nutshell.
Yeah.
Because there are so many different avenues in which the levers of maybe theme is pulled or videos are pulled or what the PowerPoint looks like. So every client's a little different. The creative director needs to be this chameleon of sorts or just very amiable to be able to accomplish pretty much anything, or at least try to, which is what I do mostly, is try to. So.
Yeah, I love it. So in a live event, there's tons of moving parts, right? In this particular one we're here at now, it's a franchise audience. We have a huge general session. We have breakout rooms, we have parties, we have entertainment,
right? All
these things. But at the end of the day, at every event, there's a message that needs to be told.
Right.
So a lot of times we do events and some of those parts and pieces of the event are separated. And I look as a creative director's role is to bring those together.
Right.
Our job as a technology provider is we're going to have the hardware and the people to make it all happen. But what about the message? What about what you're trying to tell people or teach people? And I think that's where you would come in and kind of take all that and move it forward.
First and foremost, it is about the team. You have to work with amazingly talented artists who take whatever you try to corral as a creative director. I feel like I want to work for them. I really mean that, because they do so much in terms of what the nuts and bolts and actual things that people see, hear, and feel at the event. From my perspective, I would say that the number one thing is you got to feel the meeting a little bit. You got to feel what your partner and your client wants. Like, what do you want after the meeting's all over, said and done? Like, we can all talk about all the LED screens, all the projection, all of this stuff, all the sound effects, all this beautiful video work. But if people aren't leaving the meeting with a feeling, so it's a work of chemistry.
Yeah.
You're not doing your job unless you make them feel a certain way. And clients want different things.
Yeah.
Perhaps they had a down year and they want motivation. Perhaps they want inspiration. Or maybe they're celebrating, so they want to be really celebratory. Or maybe they have the tone that's a little bit of seriousness and a little bit of fun. So you have to really do a lot in the discovery process. So it's very important to listen, and it's very important to just kind of do your homework and research, and then translate that to the team so they can help push it as well.
No, I love it, because I think so many events are missing that piece, and we do try to do it on our own, and it doesn't always hit where it should. So let's break that down a little bit. So you talk to someone, you interview the customer, or you work with a partner like Clarity, and they tell you, this is what I want our customers to feel. This is what I want our attendees to feel. What's your specialty? Are you working on the theme? Are you working on actually writing scripts? Or like, what would you say your specialty is?
Yeah, my original craft is, at least I think it is writing. I like the messaging piece of things. And I like to also understand what's the best way to say that message, because ultimately how you say it on stage is much different than how it's written on paper. So there needs to be intention behind the words that you write, which will disseminate out to your team when you share creative briefs or ideas or whatever it is. So ultimately, you're the keeper of trying to just create enthusiasm, whatever the main message is. And what I think my strength is in particular, and all creative directors are different. So from what my experience anyway, that's my strength, and that's what I like to bring. I like to make the client feel warm and fuzzy.
You gotta feel good.
Gotta feel good about going into wherever you're descending upon and ready to execute.
So taking all the input and the feedback, you're writing this message, you're telling this story. Do you do any coaching then? Like
I do.
Either pre-event, like when the customers, you just said it, when you write it down and then when they say it, it could be different.
Absolutely.
So how do you, if it feels different or something happens, like how do you work through that to get it right?
If I could implore any customer or anybody who's thinking about doing an event, or maybe they have somebody that they know they're going on stage for something important like a presentation, I think you have to coach and you have to prepare. If you prepare, and prepare, you will go up on stage and it'll knock it out of the park. So I implore you, clients out there, spend time either with your production company or internally. I don't care either. It doesn't matter to me. I want you to do a great job, and however that is, whether doing it on your own, practicing 100 times, or talking in the mirror, I don't care. Just prepare the heck out of it so you feel like what you're delivering has some oomph behind it, has a little passion.
100%.
Otherwise, what are we doing here,
What are we doing?
What are we doing here,
You got to
Gary?
bring that passion. Like here, we can't be on the main stage right now doing rehearsals, but we are in a separate room and we are rehearsing. We are going through it. Dave's coaching, the presenters are coming in and they're practicing. And then once the main stage is ready, they'll jump on there to get the feeling of the main stage. And then come showtime, it's game on and they're gonna nail it.
Right, and there are a couple ways to do it, like Gary mentioned with speaker ready rooms and such. So it's just all about what's better for whomever is going up on stage and making sure that you can support that in any way.
So we work on all types of events together. We love it. You know, we're hanging out, we're partying, we're doing the pre-meetings, we're doing the shows like we are right now. What do you enjoy the most of being the creative director on the events that you work on?
Probably the best example, and it's a performance art, is it would be no different, I would say, than like without being a stand-up comedian hearing the laughter. It's the payoff of the video playing and people going ah, or laughing at the right moment, or working with a presenter for months and months and months, and then seeing them where they came from, maybe nervous as heck, not knowing what the heck they're gonna say, and then on stage they come off and they feel like 10 million bucks because they nailed it, they motivated their team, they made them laugh, they're like, oh my God, where did that come from?
And then they want to do it all over again.
Wait, Gary, that's part one. Part two, and I mean this seriously, I love working with the team, the production team. All you guys, I really love working with you guys. What are we doing here if not having a good time with our friends? And I think you work hardest with the people you care about the most. So why not spend it with people that will go in the foxhole with you? And that's the biggest thing. If you're going to do any point of leadership for an event, you better frickin' go into the foxhole saying that I'll take every grenade for my team. I will do anything for them, and never ask them to do something that you're not willing to do yourself, unless you're unable to do it, which is me, because I have very limited skills.
I love that. I love it. No, it's good. And that's a wrap. Thank you, everybody.